Hey there. So, this refresh class is going to be a slow flow that focuses on flexibility. And the thing that I love about these refresh classes is that you get all the benefits of doing a full blown yoga practice in a short, sweet little bundle practice. Okay? So, we're going to dive right in and let's start standing at the top of our mat. And let's just take a big breath in, sweep the arms up, stretch nice and tall. And then as you exhale, fold forward, bend at the hips. Go ahead, put a little bend in the knees. We're going to come into ragdoll. So I want you to grab opposite elbows and just sway from the right side to the left. And just go back and forth at your own pace. Breathing deep. Trying to relax those hamstrings. Just imagine your entire upper body feeling so heavy, pulling you a little bit deeper into the stretch. Come back to center. Release the hands. We're going to walk the feet in just a little bit here, and we're going to take a big step back with our left foot. Giant step back, meeting in a lunge. Lower that back knee and flip the back toes. So your right foot is forward, your left leg is back. Coming into Anjaneyasana, deep lunge. Letting the hips sink a little bit deeper. If you need a cushion or a little extra support under that back knee, go ahead and grab like a pillow or a blanket. Bring the hands all the way behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then squeeze the shoulders together, lift the heart. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Softening the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Go ahead, release the hands now. We're going to frame that front foot, and we're going to come into half split. So shift the hips back, straighten the front leg. Let the upper body fold over the front leg. Now this knee does not need to be perfectly straight. It's okay if there's a little bit of a bend. Go ahead, flex your toes so they're pointed up towards the sky. And you might even like to use blocks here. If your hammies are tight, which a lot of ours are, it might feel good to have your hands resting on blocks instead of the mat to give yourself a little extra lift. So do what feels best for you. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. For these last couple of breaths, if you'd like a little bit of a variation, you can walk the hands so that both of them come to the outside edge of that front leg. I like this because it adds in just a little bit of a different stretch in the hamstring. Also gets a little opening in the side body. But if you prefer to stay as you are with one hand on each side of the leg, you are welcome to do that as well. And then come back to center. This time we're going to bring both hands to the inside edge of that front leg. We're going to shift forward, coming into lizard pose. So I actually want you to walk that front foot all the way out to the edge of your mat. The toes are going to point out on a little bit of a diagonal. And then you can stay on straight arms, or you can come down to your forearms. If you're somewhere in between, you can use a block to give yourself a little extra lift on your forearms. And we're going to hold here. You might even like to close the eyes. I want you to see if there's any way that you can soften your body a little bit more. So if you notice that you're clenching maybe your toes, your hands, your jaw, your hips, see if you're able to relax those muscles here. We'll take a couple more breaths. Very good. Start to come up to straight arms. We're going to walk that foot back into center. Flip the back toes. Lift that back knee. We're going to walk the hands back to the inside. We're going to come into a wide fold. So we're going to swivel the body around. So now we're facing the long edge of the mat. Toes are pointed straight forward. Heels are behind the toes. And then fold in, wide forward fold. Just take a nice deep breath. You might even like to find a sway in the upper body, or maybe stillness feels better, but just give yourself some space here. Folding at the hips. And then we'll come back up to straight arms. We're going to keep walking now towards the back of our mat. So we're going to come onto the left side, so swivel all the way around. Lower that back knee down, flip the back toes. So now your left foot is forward, your right foot is back. And as you inhale, we're going to come up into our Anjaneyasana. Putting something under that back knee if you need it. Release the hands, bring them all the way behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then lift the heart. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Really let those hips sink down here. Take a couple more breaths. Very good. Release the hands. Bring them forward to frame that front foot. We'll come into our half split. So shift the hips back. Straighten the front leg. Using blocks here if you need. I want you to think about lengthening the spine. So imagine you're trying to touch the top of your head towards those flexed toes. And then once you get into that space, allowing your body to soften and ease into the stretch. If you would like, you can try that variation, walking the hands to the outer edge of that front foot. Totally optional. If you prefer to stay with one hand on both sides, you're welcome to do that too. Wherever you are, I want you to take a couple more breaths. Come back to center, and then we'll all bring our hands to the inside edge of that front foot. Shift forward for our lizard pose. So go ahead, walk that left foot out to the edge of the mat. Toes are going to turn out onto a slight diagonal here. You can stay on your straight arms, or if you want to go deeper, come down onto the forearms. If you are somewhere in between, grabbing a block can be so handy to have blocks for a practice like this, so that you can find a variation that works for you today. Flexibility is one of those things that, in my opinion, is better when it's achieved with consistent, regular practice. not forcing yourself into a pose or shape that you're not ready for yet, but instead finding just that gentle edge and then practicing that as consistently as possible. Telling your body that it's safe to be here, you're only taking care of it, showing it some love. Slowly start to come back up to straight arms. Great job. Walk that foot back into center. Flip the back toes, lift that back knee. And then again, we'll come into the wide fold. So we're going to walk those hands into center. Now we're facing the long edge of our mat. Let the upper body fold forward. And again, you can sway here if you'd like. You can walk your hands through your legs. That's one way to pull yourself deeper. Find any variations that sound good to you, or just find stillness. And take one more breath. Very good. Kind of come up to like a halfway lift. We're going to walk our feet all the way into center now. And then we'll come a little bit wider than hip distance for a yoga squat. So the toes are going to point out on a slight diagonal. Put a bend in both knees. Let the hips sink low. Now, if you are able to keep those heels rooted down, go ahead and do that. I'm still working on that. My body doesn't seem to like that variation. That's okay. Hands come to the heart. And then just gently use those elbows to press the knees open to the side. Now you can soften your gaze here or close the eyes. We'll be here for just a few breaths. Bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to find our way into a seat. So if you're able to just start to slowly lean back and then come into a comfortable seat here. Beautiful. Just as we're going to end with a really lovely little neck stretch. So just drop the head over to the right. Tuck the chin through center and then come over to the left. One more time, going over to the right. This feels so good. And then come to the left. And then sit nice and tall. And there you have it. Wonderful job. I hope you are feeling nice and refreshed after this quick stretching flow. And I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Namaste.